Good afternoon and welcome to our live audience and to all the viewers who have joined us today on the FBI Talk Show. Please remember to subscribe and like our Facebook page. The details will be on the screen. It is my honor and privilege to welcome to the show today Sinikiwe Kademaunga, who is a life coach, social worker. She is a transformationalist and she is a trendsetter in her generation. Sinikiwe, welcome to the show. It is such an honor to meet you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being with us today. Sinikiwe, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. They'll be open-ended so that you can share some of your experiences with us. Is that fine with you?
Yes, sure.
Okay, wonderful. What would you say your greatest achievement has been in influencing change by sharing your story? And what has that meant to you?
I think so far my greatest achievement is just changing people's lives in general, because it really warms up my heart whenever I log into social media, Facebook, Instagram, and then I receive a lot of messages from people that have testimonies on how I have changed their lives by just being me, by just sharing my day-to-day life. Nothing too special, but just knowing that just being me has really changed people's lives.
Wow.
It's just my biggest achievement.
Wow, that's incredible. I love what you're saying, just being me, because we are all designer originals and we all have something incredible to bring to this world and to one another.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for that. When you're faced with difficulties or challenges, what do you do to overcome giving into negative feelings or self-doubt?
Usually I'm the person who always focus on the future, on the end goal, because of course life is on challenges that we face on a daily basis. But I usually focus on the positive side. I usually focus on the end goal to say to myself that okay, this is where I want to go. Of course, I'm facing these challenges, but if I keep on focusing at the end goal, it always gives me joy. It always gives me strength to move on with life.
Oh, wonderful. You are such an inspiration, honestly. What type of music do you like to listen to? What do you do for relaxation, for time out when you're not working? What does Sinikiwe do for enjoyment?
Uh, wow. I listen to music. So most of the time, I just love something that I can dance to. I don't really have like a specific music that I say this is what I really like. Anything that I can just dance to, something that just gives me joy and happiness. That's what I usually do. And I also spend a lot of time on YouTube. I love YouTube a lot, like watching makeup videos, like different videos on YouTube. And another thing that I really enjoy is just spending time with my family, just having fun and just relaxing with my family. Those are most of the things that I really enjoy on my free time.
Oh, great. You mentioned makeup. I believe that you are a makeup artist. What made you decide to take up that craft?
Uh, I just really love makeup. So when I was in the like journey to discover myself and my self-love journey, one of the things that really brought me joy was just watching people doing makeup. And then I just told myself that I can also do this, something that I really enjoy. And I really took time to learn how to do makeup, to watch videos. Although I'm still learning, I'm still in the process, but yeah, it was just my self-love journey which made me realize that I really love doing makeup and watching people do makeup.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it certainly shows. I mean, you're not only brains, but you're beauty too. Um, Sinikiwe, I believe that you've worked within the oil and energy industry. From my experience, it's a male-dominated industry. How was that for you?
It was really a bit challenging because I worked there when I just left high school. So that's when I was waiting to proceed to university. So I took a gap year. During that gap year, that's when I worked in the oil industry, and it was really difficult. For sure, it's a male-dominated industry, but because of the mentorship that I received and the support that I received from other people, it was really a great uh, a great journey which I really enjoyed. And it also made me to discover my stronger side because it wasn't easy at all. So yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. Sinikiwe, we're actually going to go to break now. I'd like to welcome all our viewers back to the show. Sinikiwe, maybe we'll get straight into it. What would you say your most challenging moment has been this far in your 26 years of being on this earth?
I think the most challenge that I faced in my life is to accept my body and be comfortable with myself. So I've always felt like I was different from anyone else. I was the odd one out. I was ugly, and it affected my self-confidence, which really affected a lot of things in my life because I wasn't really confident to take certain opportunities in life. I wasn't confident, difficult challenge that I had to fight. And fighting that has been a long, long, long journey for me. And I'm really grateful for where I am today.
Wow, incredible. Sinikiwe, I believe that you've started a foundation and you focus on youth particularly, Sinikiwe Kademaunga Foundation. And some of the key tools I believe that you use when you're working with the youth is personal development and building confidence. You are a confidence coach. Maybe can you share with us some of the things you may share with the children when you are taking them through a session? Great.
So for me, the reason why I chose the confidence journey was it's something that I saw that it really affected my life when I was growing up, especially in my teenage years growing up. So I decided that I also want to be that person who's going to help other people to build their confidence. So what I really teach some of my mentees is we focus mostly on self-confidence, things that has to do with the self, groups. I also do like individual, so I do also individual sessions, and I also build their confidence through just showing my life, my day-to-day life, because I believe that just my life on its own is an inspiration to other people, because a lot of people are really struggling to accept themselves. So yes, those are some of the things that I do with most of my mentees and my some of my clients.
Wonderful. Do you work with all age groups, or do you focus particularly on the younger people?
Mostly I work with teenagers, going up even up to maybe 40. Yes, I don't really like working with young children. I really struggle to work with young children. So mostly I choose to work with teenagers and the elder people.
Okay, wonderful. What is the one thing that you would like to experience or achieve in this next season of your life?
Wow. I'd love to see SK Foundation going all over the world, not all over, just all over the world, where I see myself changing people's lives, where I see myself transforming people's lives, because I don't want to just to end it in Zimbabwe only.
Yes.
But I want to touch so many people's lives.
I think that's the beauty of having technology, because even right now you have a platform where you're able to reach a broader audience, where they're able to hear your story, and you're able to influence people from all over the world. I mean, even this particular show, so many people are going to have the pleasure of being introduced to you and who you are and what you're doing, to make the world a better place by influencing, transforming minds, building young people so that they recognize that they can be all that they can be in this world. You're truly an inspiration, Sinikiwe. I believe that in 2016 you won an award, a Courage Award from the Zimbabwean International Women's Award. That must have been quite something. Please share your experience and what actually led up to that.
Oh, thank you. So like I said before, I was someone who was not really confident about myself, about my body, and I wasn't good enough to be among other people. So in 2015, that's when I started, 2015, 3 December 2015, I remember. That's when I shared it was a disability day on the 3rd of December. So I decided to share my life with people on my social media platform. Because I used to be on Facebook, but I never posted like full body pictures of myself. But on that day, I said to myself, I just want to share my story with people. For me, sharing it, I never thought that it will change people's lives. I just thought, okay, I'm just sharing a story on social media just like everyone else. And then a lot of people shared that post, and I saw a lot of bloggers, they were posting my story, a lot of media platforms, they reached out to me say we want to profile your story. And from there, that's when in 2016, that's when I won the Courage Award, because they were just saying it really takes courage for you to share your life publicly like that. So, yes, that's how I got the award.
Wow, incredible. And I believe that you have been interviewed by the likes of the BBC. And how was that experience? How did you find it? Did you ever think that you'd be on that platform?
No, I never thought that I'd be in such a big platform. And for me, being interviewed by such media platforms, it was just a reminder for me to tell me that uh, I'm actually in the right path, and I'm doing something that I really love. Because for me, sharing my story, I never thought it will touch people's lives like that. I never thought that I would go far by just sharing my story. So for me, it was a reminder that I'm actually in the right place and I'm actually doing something that I really love and something that is really fulfilling for me.
Sinikiwe, you mentioned that family is very important to you and that you spend a lot of time with them. Do you have siblings, brothers and sisters?
Yes,
What are some of the things that you do
yes,
together as a family?
um usually I think we just love spending time with each other, just being in each other's company. Yeah, just chilling at home, maybe watching TV together, just enjoying each other's company. That's what we usually do most of the time. Because all of my siblings are now married, they have their own families. I'm the last born in my family. So I'm the only one
Okay.
who doesn't have a family yet. So whenever we come together with their families, and it's just a great time to have.
Wow, that is amazing. Sounds like you're a close family, and that is really awesome because family is important. It's an important foundation.
For sure, yes.
Have they been encouraging to your career and all the things that you've achieved? Do they support you?
Yes, yes, for sure. My family, they really support me, especially my brothers. They're just always for me. They really support me, and they are really behind my back. Everything that I do, they're so supportive.
Oh, that is incredible. Sinikiwe, in the times that we currently find ourselves in with the pandemic and the changes that we all face globally, what would you say to anybody who's tuned into our show today to overcome some of the obstacles that they face that have been brought on by the pandemic?
Okay. I'd love to say that in this time that we are in, it's a difficult time for everyone. You don't have to
Indeed.
feel like you're in this alone. Yes. And of course, yes, you have to take each day as it comes. Sometimes it's really difficult. Sometimes you wake up and you're feeling like, okay, this will definitely come to an end. So I just want to say to people, let's just focus on the positive side, and let's surround ourselves with people that are really positive. Oh my God, this pandemic, this and that, your spirit is really going to be affected. So you have to surround yourself
Yeah.
with people who are really positive, and you yourself, you have to focus on the positive side, saying that, okay, you are in this problem, but it will definitely come to an end. Nothing will ever stay forever. So let's always stay positive and focus on the positive side. And also do things that you really love, things that really bring joy into our lives. Yes.
Wow. Sinikiwe, it has been such an honor and a privilege to meet you, to share with you, and I have learned a lot from you today. Sinikiwe, I believe that you are a disability rights activist. What would you say to other people who have disabilities, who have no hope and feel that they do not have a future or they're not able to achieve their dreams? What would you say to them today?
Okay. Um, Firstly, I would love to say that you are the person that creates the life that you want. Because the world is never in anyone's favor. The world is always cruel, and things may not always go the way we want them to go. So you have to create the life that you want, and you are an example of how you want people to treat you. So growing up, I grew up with my grandmother, and I usually saw people people with disabilities in the street begging and just living a life. And I told my grandmother that this is not, I don't want to live a life like this, even though I have a disability. I want to change my life. And I don't even forget what my grandmother told me that um, so to other people out there, I just want to say that let's create the example that you want. If you see something which is not right, you have to speak out. Speak out for yourself, because that's how you create the life that you want. Like for me, whenever I see something which is not right, I'm not ashamed to speak up. I always speak up. If I'm not happy with something, I always speak up. And I always show people how I want to be treated. And I always make sure that I stand up for people with disabilities. I stand up for everyone who doesn't have a voice. So let's create the life that we want for ourselves and show people how we want to be treated.
Absolutely. Wow, what inspirational words. What stuck in my mind is that we are creators, and we need to remember that. So we need to create the life that we want by our thoughts, our actions, what we speak, what we believe. Thank you for reminding us of that. Sinikiwe, any final words for our viewers? Words of inspiration, of encouragement?
Okay, to everyone who is watching this, I just want to say that never stop dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Even if you think that your dreams are too big, never stop dreaming. And in life, always make sure that you make intentional decisions, because you create the life that you want for yourself. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Sinikiwe. It's been such an honor and a privilege for me to meet you, to have this exchange with you. I've learned so much. Wishing you all the blessings going forward. Viewers, it has been an incredible time being with you. I have been inspired, and I'm sure that you have too, by the wonderful, dynamic transformationalist who's a trendsetter in her generation, Sinikiwe Kademaunga. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Sinikiwe Kademaunga. I just want to say keep watching FBI and never give up on life. Thank you.
FBI audience, it has been so incredible to be with you today. I have been inspired by Sinikiwe, and I think that through meeting her, we realize that all things are possible. We are creators, so let us create a safe world, a happy world, and let us not give up on our dreams. Until we meet again.